Hello kids, how are you all? So kids, today we are going to start our chapter number 2, the Stone Age. So are you ready? Good. Main points are the Stone Age, the Bronze Age. So let's start with this startup. Take the things in which there is stone and cross the things in which there is no stone and tick and cross accordingly. So let's begin the chapter. We have read that early humans used stone tools for different works like digging the root, removing the bark of trees, hunting, removing skin of animals, and for cutting too. The time period when stone was used to make tools is called the Stone Age. The Stone Age is also called the Prehistoric Age, as there is no written record of this period. Prehistoric Age is divided into the Stone Age, the Bronze Age, and the Iron Age. Let's first read the Stone Age. The Stone Age is divided into 4 periods, and those are A. Paleolithic or Old Stone Age, B. Mesolithic or Middle Stone Age, C. Neolithic or New Stone Age, D. Chalcolithic or Copper Stone Age. Let's understand the first one, Paleolithic Age, 20 lakh BC to 10,000 BC. The word Paleolithic is made from 2 Greek words, paleo meaning old and lithos meaning stone. So the Paleolithic Age is also called the Old Stone Age. Life. In the Paleolithic Age, people lived a nomadic life. They moved from one place to another in search of food and water. They hunted animals and gathered roots, fruits, nuts, and eggs for their food. They lived in small groups to protect themselves from wild animals. They did not know about the agriculture or rearing animals. It is said that they covered their body with tree leaves, bark of trees, or animal skin. They lived on top of the tree or in caves to protect themselves from heat, cold, rain, and wild animals. Here you can see in this picture hunting by Paleolithic people. Now next is tools. Archaeologists have found some tools of the Paleolithic age. Some of these tools like arrowhead or spears were made from stone for hunting, and some other stone tools were made for digging the ground to collect edible roots, chopping fruits, or to cut meat and bone. Here is the picture showing Old Stone Age tools. Now next is sites. Different sites of Old Stone Age have been found in the different parts of our country like Bhimbetka of Madhya Pradesh, Hangski in Karnataka, and Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh. Here is the picture showing rock shelter in Bhimbetka, Madhya Pradesh. Now next is discovery of fire. So students, fire was discovered during the Old Stone Age. This changed the lives of the Old Stone Age people. After this, they came to know about the taste of cooked food and meat. They started cooking food to eat. It is said that fire was produced on the earth due to lightning and thunder. Bushes and trees in forest would have caught fire and people came to know about it. It is also said that they learned to produce fire by rubbing 2 stones. They would have burnt some dry leaves with this spark and produced fire. Here you can see in this picture fire producing by Old Stone Age people. Now students, do you know it? Archaeologists have found traces of ash in the Kurnool caves of Andhra Pradesh. Now, let's move on to the Mesolithic Age, 10,000 BC to 8,000 BC. The word Mesolithic is made from 2 Greek words, meso meaning middle and lithos meaning stone. So, Mesolithic Age means the Middle Stone Age. Life. There was a great change in nature in the Mesolithic Age that resulted in a change of living of the Stone Age people. Due to climate change, a lot of foods were available in a very small area. So people stopped nomadic life. They stayed at a place for a longer period, although they lived in caves and rock shelters till that period. People of this age started fishing also. They started looking at the growth of plants and learned about growing crops. They started domesticating some animals for their use. Now students, do you know it? The first animal domesticated by the early man was the dog. Now let's move on to the tools. A small stone tool called microliths were made during this period, which were fitted in handles of bone or wood. Some new weapons like arrows, saws and spears were made in this way. They kept using the old stone tools of Paleolithic age also. Here is the picture showing us microliths. Now let's read sites. Some Mesolithic sites have been found at Panchmari and Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh, Bagor in Rajasthan and Damdama in Uttar Pradesh. Archaeologists have found microliths on these sites. Some rock shelters of this period have also been found. Here is a picture of a cave of Mesolithic period in Panchmari, Madhya Pradesh. Now next is Neolithic age 8000 BC to 4000 BC. The word Neolithic is made from two Greek words, neo meaning new and lithos meaning stone. The Neolithic age is also called the New Stone Age. Let's read about their life. The life of the early humans changed during the Neolithic period. They started living at one place and began doing agriculture and herding. They produced food and domesticated animals for getting milk and meat. The crops they first cultivated were wheat and barley. They domesticated sheep and goats to get meat and milk. During this period, a large number of people lived in a group at one place. They did not want to live a nomadic life. They started making pots and utensils for agriculture and cooking. The people of the Neolithic period saw the invention of the wheel. It made the movement of people and carrying goods easier. Early humans also started using wheels to make earthen pots and for spinning and weaving clothes. They used cotton to make clothes. On some site of Neolithic age, huts and pit houses are found, which they used as shelter in winter or cold weather. Some earthen pots are also found on these sites, which were perhaps used by them to store food. Then, Neolithic people believed in life in some other world after death. So they buried some objects of daily use with the dead body. This has been found in some archaeological sites of this period. Here's the picture showing a pot of Neolithic period found in Burzahom, Kashmir. Now next is tools. Tools in the Neolithic age were made from stones, wood and bone. These tools were sharp and polished. Some tools were also made for grinding wheat, barley, etc. At the same time, earlier stone tools were also used and made. Here is the picture of tools of the Neolithic age. Now next is sites. Some Neolithic age sites are found in many places of the Indian subcontinent like Burzahom, Kuldiwa in Uttar Pradesh, Chirand in Bihar and Mehergarh in Pakistan. Now students, let's move on to the Chalcolithic age 4000 BC to 2000 BC. A metal, copper was found by the early humans in about 4000 BC. They started making copper stone mixed tools and weapons which were more useful than only stone tools. So this period is known as the Copper Stone Age or Chalcolithic age. Life. The people of the Chalcolithic age led a settled life. Agriculture and animal rearing were their main occupations. They also hunted and caught fish for their food. People used copper and stone to make tools and weapons. They also used copper for making pots and utensils. Next is tools. The people of Chalcolithic age started using copper for making tools and weapons. They made axes, fishing hooks, chisels, pins, swords, knives, etc. from copper. Here is a picture of tools of Chalcolithic age. Now next is the Bronze Age, 2000 BC to 1200 BC. So students, in 2000 BC, tin was also discovered by the early humans. They mixed copper and tin and made a new, harder metal, bronze. Bronze was a harder metal suitable for making tools and weapons and also for making cooking pots and utensils. So, this age is known as the Bronze Age, which continued from 2000 BC to 1200 BC. Here is the picture of tools of Bronze Age. Now, take a look at valued fact. The discovery of fire brought a great change in the life of early humans. And here is awesome fact. Dog was the first animal to be domesticated by early humans. Now, let's learn new words. Those are nomadic, people who move from one place to another in search of food and water. Next is rearing, domesticating animals. Weaving, making clothes. Now students, also let's remember the time period when stone was used to make tools is called the Stone Age. It was a prehistoric age. 4 periods of the Stone Age are the Paleolithic Age, Mesolithic Age, Neolithic Age and the Chalcolithic Age. Bronze Age came after the Chalcolithic Age. Bronze Age is also a prehistoric age. In the Paleolithic Age, people lived a nomadic life. There was a great climate change in nature in the Mesolithic Age. A lot of food were available to early humans within a small area during this period. People started agriculture and rearing animals in the Neolithic Age. A metal copper was found and used for making tools, pots and utensils of different kinds in the Chalcolithic Age. By mixing copper with tin, a metal bronze was made and used for making tools, weapons, pots and utensils in the Bronze Age. So student, here we completed this chapter. We will meet in the next class. Bye-bye.